the RNC platform has not been covered almost at all. I didn't even cover it till tonight. Everyone's been focused on Melania Trump's plagiarism, which was good fodder, but it shouldn't have lasted as long as it did. Right. Everyone's focusing on Ted Cruz getting booed, which is great fodder, but it should have been over as quick as my segment was over, and even shorter than mine. But no one is focusing on how insane the RNC platform is. And because I'm short on time, I'm just going to run it down. On guns, they are obviously against all types of gun control. They are in favor of open carry, and they want to expand the right to bear arms in all 50 states. No big surprise there. On the LGBTQ question, they want to abolish gay marriage and nationalize Mississippi's laws allowing businesses to refuse service to LGBT people. In other words, do not allow someone to be in the protected class of citizens based on their sexual orientation or their gender identity. In other words, make sure that people can discriminate against you based on your gender identity or your sexual orientation. Trump, in his speech tonight, is going to say that he is in favor of defending you from oppression, from foreign oppression, right? Protecting you from foreign oppression. This, in the RNC platform right now that has been voted on and approved, is domestic oppression of the LGBTQ community. On women's rights, they want to make abortion illegal by making the personhood amendment, right? They want to pass a personhood amendment, essentially saying that a child, a fetus is a person entitled to constitutional rights. On war crimes, this is their favorite. They do not accept the International Criminal Court. Only the U.S. military courts will decide whether we engage in war crimes, much like the police department. We did something, we're going to investigate ourselves, and we find ourselves innocent in our investigation of ourselves. On global warming, the environment, this is in their platform, the environment is improving against global warming and the rolling back of the environment. They're in favor in rolling back the environmental regulations. I have to take a second there, right? Because our oceans our lakes rather are not flammable anymore. A lot of them good. Smog, that was a really big thing at one time. It's definitely, compared to China, we're doing great. The ozone layer has been improving and repairing, right? So we are improving in category A, but there still is global warming and an overwhelming consensus in the scientific community that there is global warming. Now, he's saying the environment is improving, the RNC platform rather saying the environment is improving to give you the impression that there's really not a problem over here with global warming. And because they want to give you the impression that there's really not a problem over here with global warming, they want to then pass policies that are going to undermine all of the things that made those small improvements in the first place. It's the sleight of hand that nobody is really going to unpack. They're just going to say, wow, I didn't know the environment was improving. No, the environment isn't improving in the categories that are the most concerned right now. And by saying that the environment is improving, they're really trying to find ways to roll back regulations that they view to be overburdensome on industry, and they want to roll them back, undermining the progress that we made on the environment. Last but not least, on immigration, this is in their policy, in their platform. We support building a wall along our southern border and protecting all ports of entry. The border wall must cover the entirety of the southern border. Here's a quote from the LA Times that I like. It says, "This isn't merely a statement of Donald Trump's wacky personal beliefs. This isn't a statement written by some fringe Tea Partiers. This is a statement of the beliefs of the Republican Party, one of the two major parties in American politics. This is what the contemporary Republican Party stands for in its own words." Folks, I'm not trying to scare you into voting for anybody, but if you thought for 1 second I'm going to sit back and not point out all of the bullshit coming from the Republican Party, you really don't know me that well. We'll catch you next time.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog, join the Progressive Army, and support The Benjamin Dixon Show.
It's Ben Dixon!
If you like this episode, be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Consider becoming a Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/The BPD Show and support The Benjamin Dixon Show.